Okay, so let me give you the full understanding of what this brother said in response to my initial response in text to him. But he said, "Wow, no comment. The Israelites in that day looked like you and me, bruh. This got flipped on us at some point." And then he said that, basically in a secondary comment, that he's trying to make sense of this book. And I hate to be the one to say this, but you can't make sense of this book, because this book literally was written for a people at that time frame, based on their culture and based on what they had picked up from the Babylonians and the Sumerians and the Egyptians. You see, none of their stories are original. And a lot of it is propaganda in order to make them look better, in the same way that America writes propaganda to make themselves look better against Russia or anybody else. When I was growing up, the communist Russia was the worst thing in creation, because our history books and our lessons and our propaganda made us think that. And when I went to Russia, I found out that those who grew up at the same time I did, it was the reverse towards America. So it doesn't make sense. Of course, a group is going to flip it, because when the European was in control and they was going through colonialism and they was taking America, stealing America, of course they had to write something or justify it through Christianity in order to justify why they were taking the people who were supposedly from that land and making them into chattel slavery. Because let's think about it. Greed and hatred cannot exist with the same people that you're enslaving and oppressing, and yet you're going to say that they look like who you say God is. So yes, it got flipped, but flipping it doesn't take away from the fact that this book says that you can do chattel slavery, and to ensure that in this year of Jubilee, those who look like you from your tribe, that those are the ones that you set free. This is why, again, I say that they allowed for the other Europeans that they had into indentured servitude to go free after 7 years, but yet those who are from another nation than them, even though the Europeans were from different nations, they can commit them into chattel slavery, which made it a racist thing, because it was about the color of your skin. Now, if this book was true, if the Hebrew people, the Israelites, were never supposed to be slaves again, and we are those people, to which I don't agree with, but we are those people, then that God has failed his people. And I know people then say, well, it's because we walked away from the teachings, we walked away from all of that. Well, here's the thing about that. If you go back in time, you will find that the people of West Africa were not Hebrews. There's a very small few of them, but the majority of those who came on slave ships were not. The ones who were already here in America, they were not Hebrew. So how can your God defend the people that he actually never knew? Got to think about that.